Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi. Yang baru masuk dalam Zoom, boleh tengok dalam chat. Ada borang kehadiran, sila isi kehadiran semua ya. Kalau saya tengok participant list, ada daripada pegawai PD, pengawas PD, betulkah? Kalau ada tu minta maaf ya, borang disediakan under nama, isi under nama cawangan boleh? Is there a way for me to pin? Itu borang. Sudah nampak pula pintu. Selamat pagi semua.
Good morning.
Pagi,
Hai,
Pagi.
morning.
Mr. Sean, can we wait for a few more minutes, perhaps 5 more minutes, and see if there's other of our colleagues would be joining us?
Definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Just let me know when we are ready to go.
All right.
Hmm.
Pada rakan yang lain, so boleh bagi tahu rakan kerja semua, siapa yang ada masa tu boleh tune in sama-sama. Dan dalam sesi ini sekiranya ada persoalan nanti boleh kasih drop saja dalam chat lah, dan diingatkan semua sila mute. Okay, kita gunakan ruangan chat saja. Saya akan membaca sekiranya ada soalan kepada Mr. Sean nantilah. Boleh?
Macam mana aku mau tulis tu? Biarlah. Saya boleh tekan ke sini? Ni. Ini nak promo. Kalau saya tekan sini, boleh ke? Ha? Ya, bisa. Ha? Boleh kan? Jadi kalau saya tekan sini, apa jadi? Dalam ni chat. Nah, apa sudah tekan dia bilang. Dude, apa sudah ni?
Okay, selamat pagi semua. Sekali lagi peringatan orang kehadiran ada di dalam ruangan komen. Okay, tanpa membuang masa, kita akan mulakan sesi ya semua. Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi semua. Salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia Manadi dan salam Sabah Maju Jaya. Terima kasih kerana meluangkan masa mengikuti sesi Zoom kita pagi ini yang bertajuk Introduction to Gale, State Paper Online Colonial Asia Part 2, Singapore, East Malaysia and Brunei. Memang semua dapat dengar juga suara saya lah kan? Jelaskah? Okey,
Ya.
saya berharap jelas lah ya. Okey. Okey, makasih yang memberi respon. Dan pagi ini bersama saya yang menjadi host bersama ialah Encik Sean Chia daripada Gale. Okay, jangan lambat sudah tu. Okay, Mr. Sean dari Gale dan base di Singapura. Okay, beliau telah bersama dengan syarikat Gale selama 19 tahun bidang sales dan berjawatan Senior Sales Manager. Beliau memberi bantuan hikmat pelanggan, klien-klien dari syarikat ataupun yang subscribe kepada Gale ni yang daripada syarikat di Malaysia, Singapura dan juga Indonesia. Dan sedikit lagi mengenai beliau ialah beliau gemar juga melancong dan melawat tempat-tempat bersejarah. Okay, sebab itu Gale ini bagi produk ini kiranya passion beliau lah. Okay. Dan sebelum kita pas kepada Encik Sean ni, saya akan tunjukkan sedikit bagaimana kita ingin mengakses Gale melalui website Perpustakaan Negeri Sabah. Okay. Kejap ya. Itu website. Okay, semua sekarang boleh nampak laman sesawang Perpustakaan Negeri Sabah.
Ya.
Apakah okay? Seperti biasa kita Google search saja Perpustakaan Negeri Sabah dan ini ialah kita punya website lah. Okay, di mana boleh nampak Gale itu kita telah letakkan dia di bahagian featured sini sekiranya featured ini dia tidak available lagi sebab yang ini akan bertukar setiap kali ada berita yang baru tu. Okay. Kita boleh akses melalui navigation bar yang di atas ni lah. Services. Services. Resources. Masuk saja ke e-resources dan sini ialah Gale. Okay. Baru juga kasih masuk sini ni. Terima kasih kepada bahagian SMP yang telah membantu. So just click in Gale e-resources. Okay. Sedikit penjelasan mengenai Gale. Mengenai pangkalan data yang kita telah subscribe itu pada modul nombor 2 Asia Part 2. Kenapa balik-balik ulang ini Asia Part 2 ni? Nanti Mr. Sean boleh juga jelaskan lah. Okay. Dan sini di bawah ialah logo pangkalan data tersebut, Gale Primary Sources State Papers Online Colonial ni. So what you can do is kita just click in dia punya logo ni dan ada sedikit maklumat penafian yang kami ingin sampaikan. Okay. Yang ini pengguna memang boleh masuk sendirinya. Okay. Baca yang kita PNS tidak akan bertanggungjawab sekiranya ada maklumat hilang ataupun kerosakan begitu dan tidak dibenarkan menggunakan kandungan itu untuk tujuan iklan, pemasaran. Okay. Dan borang ini untuk mengisi penggunaan pengguna. Okay. Ataupun kita kaki tangan kalau mau melalui borang sini untuk mendapat akses pun boleh juga. Kalau tidak nanti PM tepi dengan saya lagi. Okay. So, isi maklumat. Okay, apa saya isi dulu. Nama saya. Okay, nombor IC saya kasih gini saja dulu lah. Okay, yang isi itu sila mengisi maklumat yang sebenar. Okay. Dan ada juga WhatsApp yang boleh berhubung untuk kami inilah. Okay. So, submit borang ni. Sudah submit, baru akan keluar yang ini link lah. Okay, terima kasih menggunakan sumber digital perpustakaan. Ada ini link dan ada juga maklumat password sini sekiranya dia tidak terus connect di dalam Gale itu. Okay, kita just click in the link. Okay, see, dia akan keluar. Sign in, Sabah State Library. So, kita kasih masuk tadi punya password tu, empower itu. Okay, then we sign in. Keluar produk Gale begini punya menu. One more time, we click in dia punya logo tu. Then we are in the database. Kita boleh guna. Okay. Yang itu jelas semua. Jelas. Okay, sudah. Saya akan berhenti share screen dan serahkan kepada Mr. Sean. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan sekali lagi, satu lagi, mohon izin semua kita akan mulakan sesi ini dengan menggunakan bahasa English. Okay? Terima kasih.
Thank you. So just give me a moment. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my PowerPoint slide already?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, very good morning. Selamat pagi, everyone. Yeah, so yes, as per introduced, my name is Sean. I'm Sean Chia. I'm a senior sales manager in Gale Asia, and I'm from the Singapore office, which is our HQ for the Asia. Yeah, so we got various offices in Asia, in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, Japan, China, yeah, you name it. Yeah, so I'm based in Singapore, and in fact, myself, I'm a Malaysian. Yeah, so I'm very happy to see these resources being made available in the library in Malaysia. All right, so I can speak Bahasa. I can speak Bahasa Malaysia, of course. Yeah, but I don't want to embarrass myself because my Bahasa not exactly good. Yeah, yes, conversation not a problem, but I think that I better use English rather than embarrassing myself to all of you. Okay, so please bear with it. Yeah, and of course, just like what mentioned just now, if you would have any question at all, okay, feel free to just unmute yourself to speak to me, or if you don't want to interrupt me, you can just type in the chat box, and I will come back later to check on the chat box, and I hope that I can answer any question. Back to the topic. So today I'm going to share with you, which is the Gale Primary Sources program. Yeah, so Gale Primary Sources is one of the product lines in the Gale company. And in fact, we are doing so much of this digitization of the historical materials. And by now, without us knowing, Gale became the world's largest digitization publisher of all these historical materials. Yeah, and back in the year of 2022, we decided to publish something there for the Asia. And this is something that you can see from here in the next few slides. So today's topic will be on this particular collection named as State Papers Online Colonial Asia. And today we are sharing on part 2, Singapore, East Malaysia and Brunei. Yeah, so thanks for having me today again. And let's carry on with my slides. So this will be the agenda. I will share with you what's about that, and then also that little bit of the relevant document on the screen, and of course we will go on the live demonstration. At the end of it, I will share a link about, if you are interested only, all right, a short video on how we actually build all these Gale primary sources, right? Okay. And talking about these State Papers Online Colonial Asia series. So what's about this? So we actually have a very strong relationship. Gale has a very strong relationship with various holding institutions. Holding institution means to say that where this original document being housed. Like example, some of the documents can be from the National Archive of UK, National Archive of US, Library of Congress, perhaps Cambridge University Library, Oxford University Library, National Library of Ireland, something like that. So we are actually signing the agreement with them. And that is where that we're starting to digitize this. So by digitization, all these materials, there are many benefits. First of all, we're talking about preservation. I'm sure we have quite a number of librarians over here. I'm sure that when you're handling some of these historical documents, oh, that's not really easy. Yeah, and talking about future years of preservation, that's really difficult. Yeah, so you need to put in like, you know, the maybe like the vacuum-free environment under certain temperature or something like that. It's not easy. And we are talking hundreds of years of the preservation for the future, right? Yeah, so this holding institution, many of them, they're actually finding ways to do preservation. And we as a commercial publisher, we invested millions of US dollars to do all this job. All right, so in this case, for this State Papers Online Colonial Asia series, we work with the National Archive of UK, particularly the Colonial Office, in short, the CO file or the CO series. And this will be on the documents on the Far East. When we speak about Far East, that will be the east of British India, back then, technically entire Asia. Yeah, so these documents will be like the records of the British administration, governance in this country, and on various aspects. Yeah, so it comes in 4 modules actually. Yeah, part 1, 2, 3, 4. And this coverage actually from the 16th century until the mid of 20th century. Yeah, if you combine everything. And we do 100% new scanning, and we apply with the optical character recognition technology, which is pretty much nothing fanciful today. Everybody know about optical character recognition, or rather OCR. And in the red font, you see that we're using also the handwritten text recognition. In short, we call it the HTR technology. Yeah, so we all know that a lot of these the historical documents, they are in the manuscript form, you know, written by human, not typewritten. Yeah, so back then we are unable to do the recognition, and that means to say that we are unable to conduct the full text search among the millions of documents. But now with the new technology, we are able to. And once again, these files, everything which we source from the National Archive of UK, from the Colonial Office. And I mentioned just now, they got 4 parts. Just a very quick introduction to you only. The first one will be on the Far East, Hong Kong, and Weihaiwei. We released it about 2.5 years ago. And this one, because it's containing the entire Asia, with a little bit emphasis, probably a little bit stronger emphasis on Hong Kong and Weihaiwei. Yeah, but it will be actually talking about the entire Asia rather. Okay, this one coverage a bit longer from the 1570 to 1967, slightly below 400,000 pages. And for the part 2, which is the topic today, Singapore is Malaysia. We released it about in the October 2023. So from the coverage of 1844 to 1967, slightly more than 500,000 pages. That's a lot of information over here. And for the part 3, we just released it half a year ago. This will be for the Malay states, Malaya, and the Straits Settlement. And that means to say the Semenanjung side lah. Yeah, not the Borneo side. Okay. So this released about half a year ago only, from the 1759 to 1966. Yeah. This actually, this should be higher. It should be 600,000. A slightly typo over here. Sorry. The file should be 600,000 pages. And come to a few months later, hopefully in June, July, we are going to release the part 4. Part 4 will be a supplement because our acquisition editor managed to file many other files that related to Malaysia, Singapore, and Hong Kong that not in the original module. So we decided to come out a supplement module for that. Yeah. So, and don't be mistaken that why we purposely do this and split them, into few modules. It's not. According to the acquisition editor, when he went into the Colonial office, everything is scattered around. So there are a lot of human intervention that to find out which of the files that belongs to individual module. That means for the regional specific. Yeah, so involved in a lot of these human works. And that is where that ultimately they found enough content to come up with the part 4 that hopefully will supplement to the part 1, 2, and 3 with the higher appetite from the researchers. Okay. So today, again, of course, we are covering on the part 2 only, which is the Singapore, East Malaysia, and Brunei module. So what we do, we scan. We do the scanning. All right. So we actually scan these files in a high resolution format. So meaning to say that you are not losing any resolution when you're trying to zoom in, because when we know that all these historical documents, it can be torn, dirty, dog-eared, stains, etc., or ink smudge, So sometimes it's very difficult to read. So we're trying our best to scan them in a high resolution, to assist the users, the researchers in this case, all right? But of course, by scanning, it doesn't solve anything at all. Anyone can do scanning. You can do it, I can do it, anyone else can do it. My kid can do it as well. Yeah, but the backbone of it is the full text searching capability. And to achieve this, we need to do something else apart from the scanning alone. So, like I mentioned earlier, we did the OCR, optical character recognition, and that mainly using on the typewritten documents, which is pretty much not exactly challenging for the computer to read nowadays, given the technology. So on the top, we can see that there is an example. I'm searching opium trade. All right. So this is a typewritten document. Not a problem. The computer can read it easily. But if you compare another document talking about opium trade as well with the keyword search, this is a handwritten text. This is not easy. Yeah, everyone have their own unique handwriting, correct? Yeah, so by using the HTR technology, handwritten text recognition technology, we are able now to do a full text search on this document as well. All right, so this feature already available in this particular database. Yep, so I can show you how it works later in the live demo. So a little bit elaboration on the part 2. All right, so this actually contains about the collection on about 120 over years of the British colonial rule in the Singapore, East Malaysia, and Brunei. Yeah, that means Singapore and Borneo technically. Yeah, so this coverage will be like, we all know that a lot of things happened during that period. The Sulu Sultanate, Brunei Sultanate, the James Brooke family, North Borneo Company, yeah, the land dispute, fighting with the Japanese, etc., etc. Many things happen. Yeah, and of course, these are not just documents. We also put in a lot of the rare photographs, maps, illustration, example like tables, or some of the statistics available over here. Okay, so these are all of them that will be available here. And now, if I come down, if I break down, if I go and break all of them down, you want to know that, I want to see what's inside actually in details. Yes, of course, yeah. So we are making this, we have this file to show you what this module made of. All right, so starting with the lab1 file from CO14435240447, this will be from the lab1. Okay, so don't be mistaken that Labuan, it's just a tiny island, it does nothing. But because that was then the British actually colonized on the Labuan, but they are already covering or rather have the intelligence in the other Borneo district already. Yeah, so this also contains a lot of files at the Sabah, Sarawak, Brunei, etc. Okay, and follow on. This will be pretty much straightforward. CO531, 777, 778, 874. This will be on the North Borneo, today's Sabah. We can see that the British North Borneo original correspondent from the 1907 to 1952. British North Borneo Register of Correspondent, Register of Outletters, British North Borneo Companies Papers. Yeah, and of course, we also have for the Sarawak, because this is the East Malaysia module, remember? And we also have Brunei, and of course, Singapore. And then follow on, we have of these files that are on the multiple regions. If you look at CO954, Borneo Territories, Original Correspondent, this is pretty much straightforward. Everything will be on the Borneo. But if we actually look a little bit on the bottom part, CO1022, Southeast Asia Department Original Correspondent from the 1951 to 1955. And because this is on the entire Southeast Asia, this is where the human intervention will come in. Yeah, our acquisition editor have to do the human vetting, and also that, of course, working with a lot of the consultants, right? And then we divided them to force in the respective module. Yeah, this is not an easy job, I must say. Yeah, this is really, really tough. Okay, and this is one of the very, very interesting files that are available in here, CO537. And this will be, you look at that, Colonial Office and Predecessors, Confidential Original Correspondent. And this file used to be confidential, top secret among the top officers only, but now, of course, already declassified. That is why that we can feature here as well. If you're looking for something that not being made known, or something that you're trying to find, is there anything like any secrets over here, any hidden things during the era, you can try to find CO537 later. Of course, like I mentioned, we add in the maps and photographs. Example from the CO700, 1047, 1054, 1069. Okay, so just a little bit of the elaboration on, look at the column of coverage. Okay, I give you one example, the top one, CO144. If you see the coverage is full, meaning to say that the entire Colonial Office file 144 is available in this particular module. Okay, if you scroll down a little bit, if you look at the CO1022, this one divided into 4 parts. Okay, so if one of the institutions that have all the 4 modules, they're going to have everything of the CO1022. If not, you will have a partial of it. And if you just scroll down further again, let's say CO537, if we put select meaning to say that it may contain something out of our current scope, out of the current region that we are trying to cover. So we only take selective. And meaning to say that if the institution, they even have 4 modules, it's not going to cover the entire CO537. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you over here. Right? So very quick of the example of something that related to Sabah. This will be something that I believe that you are more familiar than myself on the 1895 Mat Salleh Rebellion. Yeah, so this is one of the inward dispatch by the officers, by the British. So it says that they hate the Mat Salleh so much that they don't care. Yeah, so he said that anyone can bring me Mat Salleh. I don't really bother. Whether you bring me his dead body or if you can capture him alive, you will get a reward for $500 from me. Yeah, this is actually one of the documents that prove the Mat Salleh probably bring them a lot of disturbance, I quote unquote, because this is from their perspective. Yeah, but to the locals' perspective, why people fight back? You are invading my land, imposing a lot of funny policy on us. So this come no surprise to me. Yeah, I was just showing this to the example to the Perpustakaan Awam Pahang. So we were talking about Mat Kilau as well. So something similar like that actually. Yeah, so you can find something like this. And this is a very solid example that by using the HTR, handwritten text technology, this is where that we can find the key term of Mat Saleh among the 100,000s of pages, despite that this is a handwriting. Okay, and you see the highlights. When later I show you the live demonstration, the keyword that I was trying to find, return with the article, and that you also will highlight the key term for you so that you know that where is the key term being read. Okay. And another example, this is talking about the Japanese invasion and the Scorched Earth policy back in the 1942. So the British actually thought that, nah, the Japanese are talking for fun. No way they're coming to Borneo to invade us. No, nothing serious at all. We don't need to bother at all. So nothing, it's okay. Yeah, but God know that they are serious. So by the time that they discovered, oh no, they are coming, they're invading already, they're coming, this is serious matter, and they got panicked. So what happened is that, okay, fine. If you're unable to fight back, unable to do anything at all, so they're going to burn all the resources that are available. Yeah, so you can find something like this as well. All right, yeah. And another one, the medium of teaching in government vernacular school. This is talking about the Dusun, the Dusun tribe. Yeah, so you see that this document talking about, this is from the CO531 Education Development Plan back in the 1947. It says that the largest racial group is that of the Dusun, who speak no standard speech but a great variety of dialects. Yeah, this language is taught in some of the mission schools and a few religious blah 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 blah, and talking about the value of the vernacular back in the 1947. Yeah, this must have something that to do with the policy making, I believe. Okay, so such kind of document you can find here as well. Another document which I found it a bit interesting. Yeah, so this is right before the Colbert Commission. Yeah, so on the left we can see one document from this OKK Settlement. He claimed that I can truly call myself the acknowledged leader of the Dusun, Murat and Bisaya. Yeah, we are against. No, not for us. Yeah, we against it. Yeah, but on the other side, the Keningau Ganj or the UNKO, he said no. We would like to protest at the strongest possible terms against the claim by OKK Settlement. Yeah, he's no one. He's no one to us. Yeah, he got no follower at all and no one following him, and he can't represent anyone at all. Yeah, yes, he got some follower, maybe few of his relatives. Yeah, so no, don't take his word. Yeah, so such kind of found that in the eyes of researchers, they were like, okay, I found some of the solid proof here, some of the evidence here, and of course, it ultimately boils down to the researchers' output on how they look at this matter altogether. Yeah, so our job here is to provide you the document for your inspection. Yeah, okay, so something like this. This is from the CO947 North Borneo papers. Okay. And of course, we have the photographs, illustrations as well. Yeah, so we can see the government garden party, government house Sandakan, one of the drawing of the most northern point of Borneo. I'm not too sure where is that, to be honest. If you know that, that would be good. Just a ton Gymkhana, just a ton panoramic view, etc., etc. Yeah, so we have about 1,000 over of them in this particular module. And I also share that later I will copy this link and I'll put in the chat box for you. So if you're interested, you can just click. And this is about 6 to 7 minutes video. Yeah. So if you're interested to see that how Gale actually partner with our holding institution to develop all this, just after this you can just review it freely, and then you can see that how we develop this. Yeah. Okay, so this one just now upon already shared already. I thought I just you know where to access now by now. Okay, so this is just a recap. Go to the Sabah State Library website, scroll down, and ultimately when you click on the link, you have to put in your details in the Google form, and that's where that you can freely access already. Okay, and I would like to go on a live demonstration, and before I do that, I just want to check on any question posted. Okay, let me just have a quick check. Let me see any questions. Or if you want to unmute yourself, if you have any question, you're more than welcome to do so now. Okay, any questions so far? No? Okay. No question, yeah? Thank you. So let me just stop sharing. And let me go back to click on the visual link for you so that you can keep it. Okay, hold on, yeah. Give me a second. I'll go to the chat box. Send to everyone. Okay, so the link I already pasted in the chat box. So if you would like to watch this 6 to 7 short video on how we develop these primary sources, how we scan it, digitize it, and what are the rationale, and how we work with them, yep, you can watch it later, of course. Now stay with me, please, for just a short while. Okay, so now, seems like no question yet. Never mind, but of course, again, at any point of time, just come back and reach out. Okay, so now I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, someone asking, is the Gale provide document on the FO, the Foreign Office? We do, but not in this particular collection. Yeah, the FCO or FO, that will be in another collection instead. Yeah. So if you are interested, stay here. I can talk to you later and show you what others that we have also. Okay. Yeah. But for this particular collection, everything just from the Colonial Office for now. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you. Okay. All right. So this is the Sabah State Library. You have seen it just now. So I will come straight to here already. All right. Okay. So click on that. You will be landing on this platform immediately. Okay, so you know that you are with Sabah State Library on the top here. Okay, so if you would like to change the interface language, by all means, all right. I mean, I can change to Chinese if I want, Bahasa Malaysia if I want. I will stay with English for now. And slightly over here, you can see that you can sign in with Google, sign in with Microsoft. Okay, this has nothing to do with any institutional sign in at all. You can use your own, like me now. I'm signing with my own Gmail in this case. Okay, if you're using Microsoft, you can sign with Microsoft as well. So this one will allow you to save the documents in your cloud drive. Example that I'm using most of the time Google Drive. If you are using the Microsoft OneDrive, yeah, sign with your Microsoft. So you can save the documents in your cloud drive for your future reference if you want. Okay, and scroll down a little bit. There's a typical search box. You can just start with your basic search already, any key term you would like to put in. And advanced search is always available. This will be the Boolean search, a lot of the limiters. And perhaps you want to see that, particular series if you want. And maybe you want to particular by the country, on the regional, or the illustration or something like that. So this will be basically just the limiter search. Okay, so you can apply all this Boolean to help you. Okay, and we're telling you a little bit of the history about this resource. So sometimes users just want to make sure that they are on the right screen, on the right database, so you can read a little bit. Or otherwise, if you say that, okay, let me see what's about this. Okay, you can see that all this will be from the Colonial Office. And we added in reference work, which is the Colonial Governor. I will come back to here later. Okay, and this will be the about. And just in case, if you have some of the beginner researcher or maybe students, you actually wanted to learn how to conduct research on these historical materials, on the primary sources, we also built in a learning center for you. Okay, so we give you 4 steps: how to conceptualize, how to find, how to read, how to use. And this learning center is built for this particular collection. Okay, so highly relevant. Yeah, so if you're very interested but don't know how to start, how to begin, this is where you should go. Okay, about this. Okay, how to find, how to search, the terminology, the language, search tip, how to read, understand, and evaluate, how to cite and copyright. I'm sure that a lot of people, you have copyright question, so you can actually read here. And we also built a case studies to help you as well. Okay. Get link, this is just a bookmark link, nothing fanciful for now. So let me go back to the front screen. And I'm trying to do a very quick search. Example, antonym. I hope I pronounce it correctly. If I'm not, please pardon. All right. So I think he's also being known as the Ontorus Antenum. Yeah, so claimed to have a supernatural power and also managed to gather other the Murut chief to fight against the NBCC, the North Borneo Chartered Company in the 1915. Yeah. But I think it was actually quickly being suppressed. All right, so you can find something like this already. Okay. All right, so if anything that interests you, you can just click on that. Okay, or sometimes you can see the keyword preview over here. You can always click that, because the moment you click on this link, it will show you it will bring you to the article page already. But sometimes there are too many results. I don't want to click one of them and come back again and go in and back and forth. So I just want to make sure that this is probably something that I wanted to read. Yeah, so you can just click on the show preview and see that where is antonym being displayed, okay, or being mentioned. Then you say that, okay, I will see that whether this is something that I want. Okay, just assuming that I find that correspondence, rebellions, and disturbance. I found that this is something that looks interesting to me, resonate to my current research. And this is from the CO 874/834. All right, so this is actually documented 1914 to 1915. And I found that, okay, fine, let me just read that. And immediately we are bringing you to this particular article. Yeah, so this file itself, or folio itself, contains 253 pages, and antonym is being mentioned in the page 21. So we bring you immediately to that page. So we can see that this is an extract from Mr. Fraser's number 666 of the 8th of September 1915 on various matters. Okay, so he said that, I'm glad to be able to report that the people in Random and Mesopol are now coming in. The resident, Mr. Bunbury, is posting blah, 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 blah. And I think there is little doubt that Antonin played on their superstitious nature by giving out that he had supernatural power and could bring to life their dead relations, blah, blah, blah. So you can continue to read, Yeah. And if you look on the left side, okay, why there are some other pages being mentioned over here? That's because of within the total page of 253, okay, on the page 21, there's a mention of antonym. On the page 36, if I click on that, it will bring me to another document that also mentioned the keyword that I just searched. And this happened to be a handwritten text. Okay, maybe 74. Okay, so very easy for you to pick up the pages that the keyword that you just searched in this particular files itself. Yeah, try to imagine that now. Even I present you the CO 874/834 in the print format, total 253 pages. I was trying to find antonym. Definitely you may. It will take you a lot of time. Yeah, and ultimately you find five of them being appeared in this particular 253 files, 253 pages in this particular file. Yeah, it will take you a lot of time. So this is the beauty of the full text search. Okay, so another one, 218. Okay, something like that. All right. So after I read that already, I found that interesting, because just now initially it brought me to page 21, right? Because I was searching antonym. Okay, I would have to see that why is actually the header of this file. I can go to the page one from here, or you can go to any page you like. Okay, right? You can jump to any page that you like from here. Okay, and I can see that this is on the rising in North Kappa and the Random district. All right, and you can see all this. This will be the original file. Okay, you can see this like that, and obviously you can go to the full page view if you want. Okay, and I can starting to scroll. I found that very interesting. This file is very interesting. Yeah, the minutes. Okay, for consideration. Okay, this is from the 22nd September 1915. Okay, I might not be able to see. I can zoom in just like this. See, I can zoom in all the way down. Yeah, this is where I mentioned we are using a super high resolution on our scanning. So this is really, really important. Yeah, sir, native unrest in the Colonial district. Okay, with reference to the last paragraph, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if you fancy to read on, just click on. Okay, and you're reading the rest of the pages. Okay, and you have done, come back to here. Okay, so within the file, sometimes if you read on the sidebar itself, you can see that there is one icon say that illustrated works. We also pin if there is any drawing, table, maps, or charts, statistics, photography, etc. We also pin it down for you, so that very easy for you to find that is there anything that you're finding. Sometimes researchers probably need all this to support their viewpoint or something like that. Yeah. So this is where that we already pin out for you. Okay, so you don't need to scroll page by page again trying to find that is there any illustration, is there any tables, is there any drawing, is there any maps, etc., in this particular folio. You can just do that already, right? Example, you find that this one look interesting to me. Okay, I can click on that and immediately it point me to the page 67 already. Okay, I would like to see this again. What happened here? Okay, rough map to illustrate operations in random district. Okay, route follow in, I can't really see, let me zoom in. Route follow in operations of 1913 against, is this Blayong? I'm sorry, I can't really read this. Okay, yeah, you probably know. Okay, so something like that. All right, so this is one way, this is one of the examples. Okay, of course, the rest of them, like, for some of the users, okay, if you're taking reference from all these resources, the citation is just here. Okay, if you would like to cite to give back the credit. Okay, so we give you the MLA, APA, Chicago, and the Harvard format by default. Yeah, so if you are using any other format, depending on the library itself, or maybe depending on your own subscription or what, so we also have the RIS file as well. Okay, or maybe the other citation generator. Yeah, so remember just now that I signed into my Google, and I can also send my citation to a Google Drive. Example that I'm using MLA, I can just one click and the citation will just go to my Google Drive already. Okay, within the next few seconds. Okay, and assuming I found that, oh, this is very important, I'm doing on this part, the research on the operations in the random district, and I thought that I wanted to keep this. There are a few ways you can do. Okay, first, same thing again, you can save to your Google Drive or the Microsoft OneDrive if you want. Okay, I just want to save the current page. I don't want to save everything because I got limited space in my Google Drive. So I just the current page, send. Now this page already saved to my Google Drive. Okay, I will go on to open my Google Drive. See that the citation I just made is here. Okay, and the file that I just saved is here. Okay, you can keep it as long as you want until you decided to delete it away. All right. So if you're done with it, you say that, okay, fine, I want to take back my space from the Google Drive, you can just delete it away. Otherwise, you can just keep it as long as you want. Okay, like this. And of course, you can download it if you want. Okay, you want to download the PDF by the current page or everything. Okay, or you just want the OCR or HDR, which I will share with you in a while. Okay, so you can do that as well, not a problem. If you fancy to print it out, then by all means do it yourself as well. Okay, you can just print it out. So there are a few ways for you to keep the document if you want. Gale. Okay, so if you like this so much that you worry that I might want to come back some other day, so you can just save the link somewhere. Okay, or maybe example that I'm doing a collaboration on my research work with some of my peers, and I thought that I better share this with NJ ABC. So I save this, and I copy this link and send to NJ ABC. So when NJ ABC click on that, you return to here as well. So this is the bookmark link for you. Okay, so let me go back again. All right, I can do another search if I want. I mean, search Torre example. Okay, this probably will come out something on the Joseph William Torre, yeah, which claims the agreement with the Sudam Abdul Mumin back then. Yeah, so there are 66 of them, 66 result of them. Okay, so you can see that what happened over here, and it's starting to examine again. Okay, see that anything that you like to see. Okay, and you can sort by default. We sort the oldest. You can also sort by the newest, by the document reference number, document title, or by the relevance. Yeah, up to you. You can do it your end. Okay, so you can do the sorting. Okay, if I like, I can just, okay, this look interesting. Agreement, assignment, commission, conveyance deed, lists, further agreement between the C. Lee Moses and the J.W. Torre and others. and I can just click on that immediately. I can read that. Okay, so this is the handwritten text again. Yeah, so Joseph William Torre is just here. And this is the beauty I mentioned just now by applying the HTR. Back then, without this technology, we can't actually do a full text search among these. Okay, this is a small folio, only 7 pages, so not that bad. Yeah, but immediately we can pinpoint for you where is that. And now you might want to ask me, how did this happen? How we make it happen? How we able to make it display in such a way? And if you look again on the left, look at the view options. Okay, by default, we will show you the files itself, the scan file itself. And if you want, you can click on the both manuscript and the OCR text like this. So it will show you side by side. Okay, this will be the original document. And this will be the text format actually behind the scene. This is where the OCR or HTR text that we place it behind the image itself. And that's where it will do the matching. So we can see here, as Charles Lee Moses, hereby covenant and agree with Joseph William Torre. Let me just scroll in a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So you can do like this. So we can see that Joseph William Torre, and of course, so on and so forth. All right. So this depending on how we read that, a lot of time that when we actually sharing such kind of document, yeah, especially with the students, a lot of time, they say I don't read all this handwriting style anymore in the modern day. So how am I going to read this? I personally found that by displaying the OCR text to our user like this definitely will help a lot. Yeah, but take note that no matter how advanced the technology today, how advanced the HTR technology, or even the OCR that being in the market, being in the industry for many decades, right? There is no way to have 100%. No way. Yeah, no one there to come out and say that they're able to do such a reading by 100%. No such thing at all. Yeah, but I believe that this is really, really good enough. Yeah. So you can further reading. Yeah, this talking about forfeiture of all my rights and interest in the American Trading Company of Borneo, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, something like that. You can do. Okay. Let me just try to search another one. Okay, that probably you're also familiar a lot. British North Borneo Company. Okay. So quite a number of them came out. About near to 2,000 actually. 1,917. All right. So on the British North Borneo Company, I probably want to do some filtration. Okay, so we give you the filtration bar over here. Okay, so you can filter by archive because Sabah State Library, you have one module, so you only see one, so you can don't bother. Yeah, sometimes that when the institution have quite maybe 1, 2, 3, and you want to see only the part 2, then you filter to part 2 only. And assuming that you want to conduct certain research or you're particularly interested in some of the documents in certain period only, then you can also filter by the audits before, on, after, or in between. Yeah, so this is between. This is actually on your personal research interest. Yeah, collection for now. This everything will be on the British Colonial Office. Okay. Now here the series. Okay, this is where that we are telling you. 958 from the CO874, that would be British North Borneo Company. 500 over from CO144, this is from the War and Colonial, Labuan series. 531, British North Borneo, and so on and so forth. Okay, just now I mentioned that the CO537, very interesting because those are all of the confidential file. If I'm interested in 537 only, okay, I would like discover all the top secrets. I want to see what they're talking about secretively, I mean, without the people knowing. So we can do that. You can just click on the 537 and apply. And immediately all of the documents from the CO537 only, which is a confidential file, will only show to you. Okay, and you can starting to examine anything that interests you. Okay, North Borneo Agreement, arbitration arrangements, and the proceeding. Okay, Eastern North Borneo, Borneo Military Administration, draft agreement with the British North Borneo Chartered Company, transfer of civil government, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, I can also see that maybe example, Okay, fine. I will just want to see this. This is North Borneo, Japanese settlement in the North Borneo. Okay, this is 537, obviously, 1919. Okay, click on that. Again, immediately I'm reading the secret files. See that? The top one already mentioned this is a secret file. All right, so this is to the Downing Street. Okay, so with reference to the letter from this department of blah 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 and directed to Viscount Milner to transmit to you for the blah 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 blah, in which they propose that the British North Borneo Company should allow a Japanese settlement to be formed, a limited scale in North Borneo. Yeah, and Lord Milner have of course no desire to encourage Japanese settlement in any part of the British Empire. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so you can continue to further and reading and reading and reading. Yeah, so this particular CO 537/840. This is a 20 pages file itself, right? So you can examine that anything that, you know, on the top secret back then. Yeah, so 537 is somewhere that you can go now. Okay, I probably want to see on the page one what happened. So you can see that this file, of course, now already declassified, otherwise we can't show you as well, right? So we can see that this is actually documented back in the 1919. Okay, and it's actually closed until the 1970s before it being declassified. Yeah, okay, something like this. All right, I can do another search. I can search example, Colonial. Okay, I can do another search like this if I want. Okay, so quite a number of them. And again, I want to see that by other series, what I want to see. Perhaps I want to see photographs. Okay, remember we got thousands of photographs over here. Okay, you can come to here. Obviously, you can search another thing like Dusun, you can search Murud, whatsoever you want, right? Then, and again, you come here to sort out what you want. So I'm looking at the CO 1069 and I apply here. And because everything that I search will be from the CO 1069, this is from the Colonial Office and successor photographic collection. So everything will be the photography. Okay, so Malalap, Colonial Road, a series of photographers and the president or acting resident, Mr. C.S. Skinner. Okay, Timogan House. Yeah, you probably know about this term more than myself. R. Pambang, Colonial, etc. etc. Nabai Murud House and Paddy Store, something like that. If you found anything interesting, you can just click on that. Okay, there you go. You will see the photographs. Okay, let's enlarge it. Okay, we can also see the annotation. Nabai Murud House and Paddy Stores, Kampong Limbayan, Geningau. Foreground overgrown with mimosa weed. Yeah, sensitive plant. Yeah, we all know that when you touch, it will just close, right? Yeah, something like that. Okay. So this is what? This is Perluan Murud from the Dalit Eternal. Okay, like this. Okay, so you can continue to examine the rest as well if you want. All right. Of course, if you just want to search a photography, etc. alone, you can also always go to the advanced search, put in your key term and limit to the photographs on a maps or something like that you want. Okay, like this. All right. So far, no question in chat box. So let me just continue. Remember, just now I showed you there is one colonial governors reference. We put this in because Gale found that this is very important reference material as well. Yeah, so this is actually basically all the colonial governor files or the information from the 15th century to the present. Okay, so I can actually try to search literature. Okay, and I search here. All right, and within the 400 over pages, it will pinpoint to me to the key term that I search on the literature. All right, so I can see from here. Let me just zoom in a little bit again so that it's easier for you to read. Okay, this is from the page 121 on the British North Borneo. So it gives you a list because I was searching literature. So William Hort literature, supposedly the you see the first governor, yeah, in this case should be, right? Yeah. So in 1877 and 1879, the territory later to comprise British North Borneo was ceded to the British syndicate by its nominal ruler, the Sultan of Brunei. In 1882, blah, 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 blah. And you can see something like this. Yeah. And I think I can see the Lester Bob Paul Buford as well. Yeah, Hugh Clifford. Okay, so happened that I saw this. Yeah, Hugh Clifford, because I think he was also the British resident back in Pahang. Yeah, because I was just sharing this collection with Pahang. I mean, just a few days ago, actually. Yeah. So okay, so he was there. He was in Borneo as well. Yeah, and so on and so forth. All right. So this is something that I thought. Yeah, this certainly that helped a lot as well. Okay. All right. And let me go back to the front screen again. Yeah, if I scroll down again, there are two search tools that helping you. It's more like a visual kind of search to help you in a way. So first one, we can go to the topic finder. Okay, topic finder. Okay, yeah. So this will be actually it's just another searching. It's just another searching. It's just that now we are giving you like the bird eye view and in a graphical way. Okay, I will just show you. Perhaps let me just search a very generic term, pardon me on this. Yeah, because I'm just trying to show you the functionality rather than the content by itself. Many of you are subject expert. Yeah, so I don't want to act expert in front of you. Okay, so now we have two types of visualization, house and the view. Personally, I prefer view. They are the same, so depend on your preference on it. But I will go to the view like this. So it give you a graphical way like this. North Borneo, Borneo to the British North. You can see that it keep on changing over here. It gives you a list of the results and link to timber concession. Okay, Borneo to land to leases. Borneo to government to proceeding, Borneo to plantation, Borneo to tobacco. So it gives you like a graphical view and like a bird eye view of all these resources. Sometimes it does help. And so far, I've been giving a lot of sessions like this. A lot of them, they really love this. Yeah, because it's so much easier to read in a way. Yeah, but of course, this will be depending on the on yourself. Yeah, how you conduct the research in your usual way. Yeah. All right, so this will be something like that. Another one, the term frequency. Okay, this will actually draw out a chart for you. Perhaps that, let's say, let me just try to search Dusun in this case, right? Then I will search. Okay, so it gives you such a way that, okay, how many documents being mentioned on Dusun? There is a keyword terms on Dusun across the years. Then you can start to see. And perhaps that you are like, oh, there's a spike here. Something must have, something probably like serious or something that's significant during the era. So that is why it's being mentioned a lot. So you might just click on that. Okay, we bring you to the results of the mention. Okay, let me go back. All right, you can also add a row if you want. Yeah, perhaps I want to see that Dusun, and also I put in a Murut example, and I search again. Yeah, you can add another row if you want. Okay, so this is something for you just to see that, okay, how are the correlation or like, the comparison of the mentioning. Seems like Dusun and Murut having like, quite a significant spike over here. Okay, and also 1962. Yeah, this must be the Copper Commission period, right? So this is something that you can see how these patterns. Yeah. Another example, when I'm doing when I'm actually doing a training or presentation on example for the other collection, let's say example British Library newspaper example. Yeah. If I put in Olympic, it will be like a very unified kind of a pattern. Every 4 years there's a spike. Every 4 years there's a spike. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah, so this is another way that is like a graphical view for you that you can actually conduct your research. Yeah, everyone have their own style. Everyone have their own habit. So yeah, this is something that we provide for you as well. Okay, yeah. So yeah, on this part alone, pretty much there's so much I have to cover today. Yeah, I just wonder, do we have any questions so far? Nothing in the chat box? Okay, anyone would like to unmute yourself if you have any question or what? Feel free to speak. Yep. I hope I'm not going too fast, by the way. Yeah. Okay. All right. How about the British North Borneo area that provide official paper during the 1881 to 1943? Yeah, British North Borneo area. I'm not exactly sure for now, but if I may, can I come back to you in just a while on this? Yeah, I have another product that we call it the British Library newspaper, Southeast Asia newspaper. The one we just released actually last month only. Yeah, I can check on that, but let me just come back to you in a while if you don't mind. Yeah, so Puan Rafika, you want to search on a witty? Okay, let's try. Let's see what happened. Yeah, witty. So we got 77 results over here. Okay. I hope you get something over here. Okay. This must be a manuscript. Okay, Captain Witty. Is this the one, the Austrian I mentioned in the last letter? No? Okay, Witty I sent to Papa, and as I thought Everett's last name might be in trouble. Yeah. Okay, something like that. Okay, this is Witty as well. All right. So we got about 77 manuscript over here. Okay, just now I forgot to share with you also. Actually, we tag all these documents by the territory or by the region or by the country itself. So you can, if let's say you're searching something that Ray brought, you can also that, example, I just want to see Sabah only. Then I can, from 77, I now limited to 69 only. Okay, maybe by relevance, why not? Yeah, let's try by relevance. Okay, a note of the forestry in the North Borneo. Yeah, so you can see like that. Okay, this is a Massos Witty. This is a Frank Witty. All right, Government Museum. This file on Government Museum. Witty, Mr. FX, Last Journey and Death. Yeah. Amil Baha, a tattoo at Papa. All right, Witty. Okay, so something like this. Yeah. I mean, with the technology and of course all the effort that Gale had done as a commercial company, it brings so much convenient and easy for you to do a research just like this. But of course, ultimately, human work to go in and examine is still involved. Yeah. All right. You can do a lot of the sortation. Yeah. So Pan Africa, if you like example that you know that which period, you can also that limit to it. Yeah. So that it gives you like more precise. Sometimes zero. Yeah, the more limiter you put, sometimes it return with zero. It happened. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to find Masale image over here, but no, I can't get. Seems like a mystery man after all. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Encik Abdul Aziz Kong, I will come back to you in a while, yeah, on the British North Borneo era. Yeah. Because this one will be actually just the Colonial office papers only. Yeah. But I'm just trying to see that is that available in the British Library newspaper. But that's another collection. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, or maybe let me just give you my email address, and then I will just direct message you my email address. If you don't mind, just drop me an email on this, then we can speak on this separately perhaps. Yeah, because today we are with the Sabah State Library, and we want to focus on this part only. Okay, so Encik Abdul Aziz Kong, yeah, I give you my email address ready. Please write to me, and we'll discuss it separately. Yeah. Right. Any other questions for me? Okay, I hope it help you on this part. Yeah. Personally, I find it very interesting because there isn't many publishers willing to invest so much to have all these
Yang berkaitan
sorry? Okay, sorry, no, nothing. Yeah. Yeah, as a fellow Malaysian, I was so surprised that when I learned that my company going to invest millions of dollars to develop such kind of collection for Malaysia. Yeah, in this part two will be on the Singapore and Borneo, and part three, that's for the Peninsula Malaysia, the Semenanjung side. Yeah, so very, 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 very interesting. Okay, any other things? Maybe let me try Pasali again. I just can't find, actually, I just can't find. Yeah, so we got 100 over. Yeah, I was trying to find, no, I can't. Yeah, seems like it's not even in that. Yeah. Okay. I probably can, just to Sabah, maybe not Labuan, like this. Right. Okay. So you can log in now to the Sabah State Library for your own research. Okay, so if anything at all, I'm sure the friendly librarian in the Sabah State Library will be able to assist you. Okay, yeah. And if anything at all, like example, clearance of the copyright whatsoever, yeah, you can consult the library and library can come back to me, yeah, rather to my company, then we can actually see how we can assist you. Yeah, because I understand that some of the researchers, they might be wanted to use some of the contents for maybe you are actually trying to auto embed. Maybe you're doing some other kind of research that you might use a lot of the contents from here and you're not sure about the copyright clearance. Yeah, then yes, feel free to consult. Yeah, not a problem at all. Okay, I hope I covered enough today. Yeah, hope not going too fast and everybody follow. All right. So, yep. Any other questions before we end this session? Or Puan Rafika, you have anything to say? Okay.
Ya, semua jelas juga. Ada lagi persoalan untuk Mr. Sean. Masih malu-malu, kalau malu-malu boleh juga melalui dari saya lah kepada Mr. Sean nanti. So, bagi mereka yang belum isi kehadiran, last kali, last chance. Saya kasih masuk sekali lagi dalam box chat kita. Oke, untuk terakhir sekali kehadiran. Thank you to Encik Abdul Aziz. I actually invited him in because he is one of the patron that is frequently using the Gale. That's why I invite him in lah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you for
Yeah.
coming, sir.
Yeah, very good question actually. Yeah, it's just that I mean like what Mr. Abdulaziz just now asked, right? The North Colonial error and also the FO file. Yeah, the FO file I'm very sure we have, but it's just that it's in another collection. Yeah, we can't have. You might be asking why you don't have everything in one. That will make the collection simply too huge. Yeah, too huge, and maybe that it will be not so relevant to the users that they only wanted this part of the content, you see. So we have to develop in different kind of the collections to cater for different kind of needs. Yeah. Okay. But I gave you my email address already, so just feel free to Mr. Abdulaziz, just feel free to email me later. We will talk separately on that. Yeah. We have actually a lot more. I have about 600 collection like this. Yeah. And to date, we only covered one of the 600. Okay. Yep. No more question. Yep. Okay. No more question. All right. So, yep, I shall end myself here. So if anything you want to do the closure, Barafika, yeah. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate this. Yeah. Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks again, Mr. Sean, for being here with us for an hour juga lah kan. Okay. Yang lain, terima kasih juga menghadiri sesi webinar ini. InsyaAllah sekiranya ada lagi webinar yang sedemikian ataupun mana lah tahu kita akan tambah lagi parts-parts modul yang lain. InsyaAllah kita akan buat lagi sesi beginilah. So yang lain, terima kasih. Yang belum isi kehadiran, sila isi. Dan itu saja daripada kami, dari Ibu Pejabat. Okay, makasih semua.
Thank
See you all next
you.
time.
See you next time. Hopefully I can be there soon. Yeah, physically.
Ah. All right.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Thank
Mr.
you.
Sean.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Mr. Sean. Right, yang lain. Bye. Boleh juga ada izin sudah. Boleh keluar dari Zoom lah. Makasih menghadiri. Bye-bye.